Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin, indeed, on your Friday morning, a minus 13, and judging by our half-covered window up here in Studio 1, it snowed a bit last night, and all day. I'm not going to lie to you. I love a good winter. I love a good winter. Don't like it when it snows this much. It just makes everything so slow.
You're so particular.
I mean, it's nice.
I love a good summer. Just not when it's hot. I love a good winter.
That is accurate.
Just not when it snows.
Listen, I love a good summer, but I don't want like some 35-degree BS. Give me like 27, 28. That's perfect.
I love a good spring.
Love a good spring.
But not when things are melting.
When things are melting, that's not spring, and you know that. You know we don't get spring. You know we don't get fall. We get summer. I guess we get fall a little bit.
I do love a good fall.
Yes.
But not when there's so many colors.
Please, bleed, black and white, fall. No, I do love it. But like when we're at work at the dealership and there's people coming in to do test drives and things like that, and it's snowing all day.
Yes.
You have to clear out vehicles.
Right.
8 to 10 times.
That would get annoying.
It does get a little annoying.
Yeah.
And then when you're starting your car and warming it up, you're lifting your windshield wipers off the thing and all this other stuff.
But don't you guys just have like those leaf blowers?
We
basically?
do.
So that's
fun.
It's
not
that's
fun.
fun.
It really isn't.
Come on.
It's not.
I can do that for a full-time job.
But it is warm, and the POW is fresh, all y'all bodacious POW people.
Whoa.
Powder.
Yeah. I got you.
POW people.
You're just getting way too cool. I thought you were about to say bitchin'.
Don't be heinous,
like,
buddy.
whoa.
Don't be heinous. Wait, is heinous good or bad?
Heinous is bad.
Because in Bogus Journey, Bill and Ted say totally non-heinous, meaning heinous is good.
Non. Oh, this isn't too heinous.
No, it's not.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin, little snow patrol. I don't know if you've noticed some sort of theme in the first few songs. Lecter, did you guess the theme?
I wasn't listening, no.
All right, well, Dean Martin, Let It Snow.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one.
And then Snow, Informer.
Oh, I heard part of that one.
And the last song was Snow Patrol, Run.
I missed that one.
Light up, as if you have a choice.
So you're excited
I love that song.
for 2021.
I love that song so much. Are you excited? Well, are you excited for 2021? Or
No.
are you I saw a really cute little comic where it was a bunch of it looked like a bunch of research assistants or research laboratory doctors or something like that, kind of all gathered around a corner and looking around a corner at a door that said 2021, and they have a little broomstick that's kind of slowly opening the door.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not.
No, fair enough.
To put it simply, 2020 at least, started with a sliver of optimism. I was feeling really good going into 2020.
Well, why? No, obviously
things were looking up.
Well, absolutely, and there were things to look forward to. I mean, I think there still are. It's just we're going to have to, adjust a little bit.
Not only is 2021 going to start off bad,
yeah,
it might get worse.
It could, and we're just preparing for this great reset. The great reset. That massive global conspiracy where we reset everything. I guess, and I had a guy in Yellowknife telling me that the elites want to displace or kill off 80% of the population. That's their plan,
right?
And I'm like, you live here.
Sound plan.
That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame that there's people around us that think and will say that to people in public.
I can't say it's the worst plan I've ever heard.
I mean,
and also, I mean, we're head on into the computer age.
That's right.
I mean, the Great Reset. We know that resetting the computer always fixes everything.
Well, I mean, if you look far enough into the history, there's a lot of theories that suggest that we've been reset a few times.
Is
and this
so?
is maybe the furthest we've made it, but we've been reset a couple of times. Great floods, big calamities. Right. Most of them are stories from
Noah's Ark.
Well, yeah, but I mean, fairly isolated cultures. Like if in a primitive situation, if your whole world came to an end, you'd think it was the end of the world, but it could just be that section was hit by a hurricane and everything was devastated.
Yes,
or something like that. Right. So anyway, we could get into this.
Pretty good blizzard last night.
You know what?
Night.
Let's
that
just get into
the end of the world.
That's Great right. Reset. It's the end of the world. I can't see out my window.
Reset starts today.
That's right. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, if there was a reset, though, if we came out of this and went into a whole new economic system, hey, that'd be great.
Hey, give it a shot, right?
Like, I mean, the one we're doing right now doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, it's got flaws.
Well, I mean, in the middle of a pandemic when everything's closing down, like Amazon's like doubled in value.
Well, yeah.
Like, you know, billionaires have added just nearly $1 trillion to their wealth. It's insane.
Yeah.
And here I am.
The rich are doing great.
The rich are doing great.
They're doing
which
really
is
good.
Which is really the goal.
Yeah.
Right?
That's all going to start trickling down
that's
at some
right.
point,
I
right?
mean, yeah, absolutely. That's why they call it trickle down economics.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Soon enough we'll feel some of that.
Oh. You know, maybe 2021's not going to be
You
so
know
bad.
what? Maybe 2021's not going to be too bad. I don't think it's going to be like Neil Blomkamp's Elysium at all.
No?
No.
Okay.
It probably will.
I don't get the reference.
Have you ever heard of these? This is a massive conspiratorial thing,
jeez.
but apparently there's these stones. I think it's outside of Atlanta or something. I can't remember what they're called, but it's all this knowledge. Stonehenge. Mini Stonehenge outside of Atlanta. And there's all this like so-called knowledge like, you know, pressed into the stone and whatnot. And it said that like the ideal for the planet is 500,000 people or 500 million people or something like that.
Oh,
so that's where a lot of
wow.
that conspiracy stuff comes from, where they're like, they're here to cull the population and all that
Well,
stuff.
they're way behind.
They are way behind.
They really should have got to work a little earlier.
Listen.
Really slept on that one.
They really did.
Yeah.
They really did. But it's a shame when you run into those people and you're just like, oh, like what is it like to live your day?
Oh. Man, it must be exciting.
Yeah, that's right. Every day could be your last.
Yeah.
I'm going to live my day to the full.
That's how we're supposed to live.
There's an advantage to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We might be getting a little deep on a Friday morning.
Hey,
Happy
perhaps.
Friday, everybody.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast. Hey, it was early. What do you want from us?
A little blistery out there. Well, not as bad as yesterday.
Blistery?
Well, it was blustery yesterday. A lot of wind, a lot of snow. Took Betty for a walk at Tin Can Hill there and just went around the water treatment plant there.
Yeah.
Just stood out on the corner, you know, right where you overlook the lake.
Yep.
Just stood there. They let the breeze hit my face. It wasn't a breeze. It was snow and a lot of it. And my ice turned into a facicle. My face turned into an icicle. It was nice. I mean, it wasn't super cold. It was just windy.
Yeah.
And a lot of blowing wind.
Not
lot
a
of blowing
pleasant
snow.
walk home from work yesterday.
Not great.
I'll say that.
This is why I never walk home. But
It'd be a long walk, too.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you're just getting up, you're going to want to clear off that vehicle. I used a broom today. So.
Look at you. A
Yeah.
push broom?
No, not a push broom.
That would have got it done all in one shot.
An Oscar.
An Oscar.
Yeah, you know, the red one with the tilted black. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a great broom.
It's
a quality broom.
You know
right
what?
there,
I've been meaning to talk about this for a long time. I picked up this broom. Quality product. Anyway. So yesterday.
Well, this past Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday?
This past Tuesday.
I was pretty sure it was yesterday.
November 24th.
Pretty sure it was yesterday, Lecter.
we don't rely on your recollection.
That is fair
of
enough.
The days.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
And you do seem to have the most trouble with Tuesdays.
Well, you know what? I don't sleep well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have trouble with days.
So anyway, this past Tuesday, November 24th, we wished a local kid, Damien, a happy birthday.
Happy
It was
9th birthday, Damien.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. I mean, for a kid, hearing his name on the radio from a couple of local celebs
Who don't do that sort of thing.
We are staunchly against it, staunchly opposed to wishing people a happy birthday.
That's right.
Including children.
That's right.
And we wished him a happy birthday, and from all accounts, had a great birthday.
Pretty big deal.
Pretty big deal. You know, and it's not every day you get shown up by a Hollywood star. And I'm not talking about me.
But here we go.
Here we are.
Oh, you got the
the fader up
there?
There we are. Go ahead.
Damien, it's Ryan. I heard about your story. I read about it. I saw a video about it. I heard you're a big fan of Deadpool. I am too. I related to your story, or I relate to your story a lot because I also went to a new school when I was a kid, a couple of them actually, and I remember how alienated I felt, and I remember how alone I felt, and unseen I felt, and you know, as I've become a borderline grown up, I would say that I've one of the things I've come to realize is that when you feel suffering and when you feel bad about something, usually it's because you feel like you're the only one. Usually it's because you feel like you're totally alone. And I think the reason that people have grabbed onto this story about you and what you're going through is because they relate to it. all across Canada, people all over the world, they're saying that's me. I feel just like Damien. I've felt like that before. So I guess the point is that you're not alone. Damien.
You know, that was
You know what?
pretty great.
It's pretty awesome. No, that's pretty incredible that he reached out. He's been doing a lot of that kind of stuff lately. Just kind of putting himself out there and trying to help people, which has been nice. Obviously, we know about the group initiative.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some things there that anyway, but that's very cool. So great for Damien, and great for anybody who feels the way that Damien does as well.
Yeah.
I think we've all kind of felt that way. I never went to like a new school when I was a kid. Obviously, you switch schools, went from Mildred Hall to Sir John or whatever, and you kind of mixed a bunch of schools together. And often felt alone because I'm just so much smarter than everybody else,
right?
And cooler, you know, and better looking,
right?
So you just feel like you're on an island to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like people can't understand you.
When you probably reminded people about that every day.
Yeah, I did.
I'm a lot smarter than you.
No, that was not the case. Not the case at all. But I think we can all kind of understand that feeling of loneliness and not feeling seen or heard. So.
Well, and it's hard for people, of our age to relate to being in school in the middle of a global pandemic.
I feel like I know exactly what they're going through. No, I mean, Damien, that's very cool and very cool of Ryan Reynolds to set up a message for him. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So he's got a story for the rest of his life about that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in 30 years, he'll be like, Ryan Reynolds sent me a birthday message when I was 9, and people are going to be like, yeah, sure. Sure. And we'll be past the Great Reset, so none of this stuff on the internet will be saved. So,
is that what's going to happen?
Oh, I mean, probably. And the internet's going to be erased.
The whole internet's just a big Snapchat?
Yeah,
right,
exactly. After 30 years, gone.
Let's not get back into that.
I mean, we're reaching that point now. It's almost been 30 years almost since the internet kind of became popular. So.
Yeah, anyway, happy birthday, Damien. Glad you had, hopefully you had a great week.
I hope you did too, Damien. That's amazing.
And, Ryan Reynolds is it's pretty big
cool,
deal, I guess. I mean, yeah,
pretty cool.
Local radio, though, that's where it's at.
Also,
Damien.
pretty cool.
That's where it's at.
Tell you what, Damien, we'll send you a toque. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't see Ryan Reynolds sending you a Deadpool toque.
Oh, I think he did.
Did he really?
No, I don't.
Damien, happy birthday. We hope you had an amazing week. Obviously, that's a feather in your cap for your birthday, for your 9th birthday. How are you going to top it on your 10th, bud? We'll find out next year.
Just put the pressure on him.
No, I'm putting the pressure on ourselves to top his birthday for next year.
Yeah.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast, where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
I hope you're having a good one so far. A lot of snow out there, so you might want to shovel out your driveway. I'm not going to do that, but you might want to. I don't know.
There's probably some local kids that'll do it. $20.
$20.
10? I don't know. What's the going rate?
$10. No, $20.
More?
I think.
What do you want from me here, Wheeler?
No, I think $20 is pretty good. Pretty good.
There you go.
I know a lot of adults. Jesus, I'm 38. A lot of grown-ups, because that is not what I am, complain that, you know what I mean? Back in my day, kids used to do this for a $5 or whatever. It's like, yeah, but it's not your day anymore. So
yeah.
$20 for clearing out a driveway is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what a kid can get for $20? Like a movie ticket and a pop. That's about it. $20 doesn't go as long as it did.
You can get a popcorn in there.
You get a popcorn.
You go on Tuesday.
You get that movie buff combo with a Tuesday.
That's right.
Tuesday. Yeah, you could do that. But I mean, you can't you couldn't get a meal at BP's and a pop for $20.
No.
Right?
No.
Especially if you're tipping.
No.
So I mean, it just doesn't go as far. Back, even when I was 8 years old, $20. Sweet.
It's pretty good.
That's my whole weekend.
Shovel a couple driveways.
Go down to Weaver and DeVore, get a Pop Chips in a bar, rent a movie. Dunzo.
Pop Chips in a bar.
Pop Chips in a bar, baby.
Nice one.
Yeah, absolutely. Found this on Reddit this morning. Thought it was pretty awesome. The post goes as this: Italian singer Adriano Celentano released a song in the 70s with nonsense lyrics meant to sound like American English to prove Italians would like any English song. And he proved them right. It was a hit, and we just kind of wanted to play it for you because it's pretty incredible. And that's just where we're at this Friday morning. So
Now, I didn't know
have a
this.
listen.
Definitely didn't know this was a thing. That in Italy, there's just such an appetite for
Destruction?
English Anglophone music.
I guess there was, yeah.
Apparently.
Because in the 60s and the 70s, American rock and roll just kind of took over everything.
Right.
And like, as things kind of, I don't know how open they were or how closed out they were in Europe, but as things kind of opened up. It was like in the Soviet Union when they got Coca-Cola. It was like, holy crap, people lined up around the block for Coca-Cola in the mid-'80s.
Sugar will do that.
That's right. And then they just got Jesus Jones last week.
Oh, really? Right here?
That's right.
Right now?
No other place I'd rather be. Let's have a listen to this. It's pretty amazing.
All right.
Well, that was English.
That was English. They're cheating.
It's a nice beat.
Great.
I like that. Yeah.
When I stay in the shoes now, and whole building scene in a whole red maybe get the color boss dying.
What?
Chance of mine begin to cold, baby, to stay at the Joe. When I stay in the shoes now, and whole building scene in a whole red maybe get the color boss dying.
Incredible. This is incredible.
Well, it's the same as you can't be seen. You never tell me never just God David's a sham. You don't come and not choose no fight for not so hope this again not to come no time. Oh, but if it's a stand, light the shoes go, my man. You could cost you the match called the Radio Girls. Oh, Sunday.
This is amazing.
It's so good.
I would listen to that regularly.
I'm honestly, like, I'm listening to it right now being like, we're just going to put this in the rotation. And then it'll just drop every once in a while. People are like, what the hell is this?
And we're all going to be singing along.
Yeah.
When is
Zip
it?
that bounce on the buses is house, all right.
So I wonder how he wrote it. I wonder if it was like he basically wrote actual lyrics and then just kind of made them absurd.
Obliterated them?
Yeah, just like obliterated them.
Well,
I tried to kind of transcribe the first few
You
lines.
did you?
Yeah. So what I got is, all right.
All right.
When I say the shoes, the whole boss maybe is a whole boss diet. All right.
When the boss has shoes and the boss has shoes and he's on a diet, all right.
All we do is sit down, put your shoes up on the...
It's about having shoes.
It's about it, kicking back.
Kicking back, having
Relaxing.
shoes.
Yeah.
Kicking back with your boss.
The end of a long day. And
Having a diet.
But you can only do it so long because that beat starts and you got to get up and
You gotta
dance.
get up and dance. When you put on your dancing shoes and you're dancing and you put on your shoes with your boss on a diet, all right.
It's not totally far-fetched that this would be like still a really popular song,
The
though.
beat is incredible. Like, the music is great. And like, yeah, it just sounds like he listened to Elvis Presley and Bob Dylan. He's like, let's just combine those two.
Yeah. Maybe through like a little Run DMC in there.
But there is something very interesting about how he is singing the words, because he wants it to sound like American English.
Yeah.
So there's a very different intonation. There's a very different, like, a rhythm of speaking compared to Italian. So he's moved away from that and gone into this English speaking that's nonsense. There's something quite, like, amazing about this song.
Yeah.
So let's record it.
It's definitely very Bob Dylan.
It is very Bob Dylan, and there's like a real Elvis swagger to it, and even in some of his pronunciations of gibberish, which, I mean, to be fair, if you listen to some old Elvis recordings, a lot of it sounds like gibberish, right?
And I've mentioned this before. I mean, some of my favorite songs that I've just never looked into the lyrics because I'm just like, I like the melody.
Like it.
And you know what? I don't really need to know what the lyrics are. Maybe the lyrics are really stupid, and it'll ruin the song for me. Perfect example, Pearl Jam, Yellow Ledbetter.
Hey, listen, there are no lyrics to that song.
I have no idea what any of the lyrics are.
On the beach and with his feet, no. It's something like that.
And I
it's
kind of,
like on a porch in the sand. Eddie Van
Never
sailed. Got away again. So Eddie Vedder's done the exact same thing.
I'm never going to look up the lyrics to that song.
I once did because I was looking at it like a guitar tab or something like that because I was like, I wonder if there's an acoustic version of this.
Right. Yeah.
And like the lyrics are just like, it's sand on a porch, weathered vein, something or other. I don't know what it was. But I mean, this is, there are literally English songs that you listen to and you're like, I have no idea what he's saying, but this sounds great. This is one of those songs.
This is one of those songs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
if we drop this tomorrow.
Yeah, we're putting it in the rotation.
It'd be a hit.
All right. Let's just play a little bit of it out, I think.
Just getting along to come no time.
All right. That sounded like no time. All we do is sit down, put your shoes up on the thing.
Call the rain girls.
Call the rain girls.
Oh, something.
Or something.
Or something.
My eyes. Eyes. You can call
the
me a
cold
sailor.
man, Sailor Moon.
Oh. All right. There's Cher.
I simply am mean go Jeff Bezos. So.
All right.
I mean, that does sound like Cher. What an incredible song. Yeah, we're going to put that in the rotation. I love it.
It's so ahead of its time.
It's so ahead of its time.
It's talking about Jeff Bezos in the 70s.
It's predicting the Amazon takeover and the one world government.
All right.
And the Great Reset. All right. Put your shoes up. Let the government take care of everything using your tax dollars. All right.
We figured it out.
Way
to save the shoes, whole boss baby is a whole boss diet. All right.
Happy Friday to everybody.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
It's time for the PCPTP party. That's right. The Pop Culture Party Trivia Party.
Trivia. I think I got the answer. Trivia.
Yes. So, what a wonderful theme song. Joined by Emily and Ollie. No Lecter this morning. He's on a breakfast run. Doesn't want to participate in this trivia. Interesting side note. Emily, we weren't sure Emily was going to show up. She didn't indicate. So, Ollie had his own trivia questions worked out. He gave me the first one. Vikings attacked England at some point in history. When was it? And I guessed it right. So, it blew up in his face.
What year was that, Ollie?
The year that the Vikings first attacked the British Isles. Well, I'll give you my four choices. It was A, 380 BC, B, 793, C, 1120, or D, 1931.
C.
No, it was 793 AD.
793 AD.
Fascinating.
There you go.
Anno Domini. Or after death.
Well, you should know, Jesse, I always show up.
That's right. You do. That's right. And you are here with another set of questions for us. This week's theme is This Week in Pop Culture.
Yes.
So there we go. If you're up on your pop culture knowledge, you'll be able to answer some of these questions. Ollie and I look at each other with some sort of...
Regret is where I was coming from.
All right. Let's start her up. How many questions you got? 7?
I have 9.
Okay.
9 is a tiebreaker question, just in case.
Okay. Let's do it.
Question number 1.
Mm-hmm.
The Grammys have come out with their 2021 nominations.
Yeah.
But what popular artist was shafted, receiving 0 nominations?
Oh, only because he thinks so. The Weeknd.
Yeah, it's all The Weeknd.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But actually, he is one of the top-selling artists
of the year. Yeah, absolutely.
And
I didn't get.
But that's not the criteria.
For the Grammys? Yes, it is.
What is the criteria? But not a single nomination.
Not a single nom is weird.
His album is pretty bomb.
Yeah.
And
it's a subjective opinion.
Is it?
But the Grammys are pretty bunk for nominating artists.
So why are we
or
talking about them?
Like when Steely Dan won Best Album of the Year over Marshall Mathers LP? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So why are we talking about them if we don't respect them?
Well, we don't respect them.
So why is it pop culture?
Well, you came up with the argument that that's not the criteria for the Grammys. Which
it isn't.
Clearly is.
What?
Well, we both got it right, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
And you're right, the Grammys are bunk and terrible.
Question number 2.
Yes.
The giant Christmas tree put up outside the Rockefeller Center in New York is an annual holiday marvel. This year, the tree has been mocked for being a little sparse, but it had a glow up. But it was also in the news after an animal was caught in its branches. Ooh. What animal was it?
Giraffe.
I'm going to give you multiple choice, Ollie. Was it A, a fox, B, an owl, C, a squirrel, or D, a chipmunk?
Fox.
Yeah, I'll go with fox.
It was a little owl
who
they named Rocky. Apparently, it's an adult male saw-whet owl, and they sent it to a rehab center, but it's recently been released back into the wild.
And his agent says he's doing much better. That exhaustion rehab really did him wonders.
Yes. Question number 3. It was just American Thanksgiving, and a huge tradition, of course, is the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Mm-hmm.
During the parade, there was a holiday commercial that people were on the internet were very excited about because what actor was playing Santa Claus? Was it A, George Clooney, B, Tim Allen, C, Steve Carell, or D, Tom Hanks?
E, they had a parade in New York City in the middle of a pandemic?
Absolutely.
Correct.
I got the point.
Yeah, you did. Go ahead. You do not get a point for that.
I have no idea.
Well, then guess.
What were the answers?
A, George Clooney, B, Tim Allen, C, Steve Carell, or D, Tom Hanks?
Ugh, D.
Steve Carell.
That is correct.
Yes.
It was a commercial for Xfinity, which is a telephone service company. Also, fun fact, there is another holiday commercial for Capital One where John Travolta plays Santa, and Samuel L. Jackson is also in the commercial playing himself. There's some Pulp Fiction reference.
Do Canadians get to see these commercials, or are they just the US thing?
I think they do. They don't preempt American commercials as much as they used to. But yeah, you would if you had cable.
It's also on the internet.
Yeah, I don't watch commercials.
Well, I was going to say, who goes to my way to watch commercials?
Yeah, but it's like in pop culture news. It's like,
That's true.
Steve Carell's Santa.
Ugh.
For Xfinity, it probably has something to do with his movie deal with some studio. It's like, you got to do a couple commercials for Xfinity. He's like, all right.
He's a pretty good Santa, I will say.
He's great. I like Steve Carell.
Okay, question number 4. There haven't been a lot of new movies coming out since the pandemic started, of course, because it shut down a lot of productions. But Paramount Pictures has released a sneak preview of a new live-action film based on a popular children's book. Many people on the internet have a lot of feelings, like a lot of things. What children's book is it?
The Bible.
Also, okay, is it A, The Giving Tree, B, The Paper Bag Princess, C, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, or D, Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Oh, please let it be The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
It's Clifford.
It is Clifford.
I saw it on Insta the other day.
Yeah.
It looks adorable.
Why not The Very Hungry Caterpillar? Such a good book. I love that book.
Why not Everybody Poops? Let's get a live action of Everybody
R.E.M.
Poops.
did the musical version of that. Sometimes
I would
everybody. Anyway, sorry. Carry on.
I would like to see a live action of The Paper Bag Princess.
Yes, that would be pretty cool.
I don't know that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a Robert Munsch.
The Munchie.
Are you familiar with Robert Munsch?
I've heard the name.
He's a Canadian children's author, lives in Guelph. And it's sort of like a feminist fairy tale because the Paper Bag Princess, she's called that because she wears a paper bag.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike normal fairy tales where the prince rescues the princess, the prince tries to rescue her from...
Steady. I see this has an emotional impact on
Got a
you.
lot of connections to this.
Yeah. The prince tries to rescue her from a dragon, but he's useless. And she's like, whatever, man, I'm going to rescue myself.
Nice.
It's good moral tale.
Right, 3 minutes left. Come on.
Okay, question 5. What popular music artist just released their first album? Is it A?
How could they be popular if they
haven't released an album yet, right?
Well, I will tell you afterwards. A, is it Megan Thee Stallion? B, Doja Cat? C, Lil Nas X?
Doja Cat.
Or D, Noah Cyrus?
It's
No, you're just getting me to answer first every time.
Why? Because I know the answer. I think. Is it Megan Thee Stallion?
Megan Thee Stallion.
That's correct.
Yeah.
She's popular because she's had songs.
She's had songs. She's collabed with Cardi B and she's collabed a little, but hasn't released her own album
until now. It's called Good News.
Good news. It's my new album.
All right. Question number 6. Johnny Depp will not be appearing in the third installment of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
# Fire Amber Heard.
What actor has been announced who will now be playing the role of Gilbert Grindelwald? Is it A, Colin Farrell, B, Ewan McGregor, C, Mads Mikkelsen, or D, Joseph Fiennes?
No, I'm not answering.
You're not answering at all?
No, I am.
Okay,
I'm waiting for you. It's Matt.
It is Matt.
Yes, it is.
Because it didn't Colin play him in the first movie?
Yes. Well, so in the first movie, it's, spoiler alert, it's Colin, and then it turns out, like, Colin's a different character, and then it was Johnny Depp's character, like, doing some magic to look like Colin Farrell.
Oh, of course. That's a
Of
great
all
way
the
to go
people
around
you picked
recasting.
to look like, I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell is a babe.
7 at best.
I mean, 7's pretty good.
Yeah.
But like, you've got 8s, 9s, and 10s to pick. If you got magic and you could make yourself look like anyone, you wouldn't choose a 7.
You got to blend in. Colin Farrell blends in.
Okay, question number 7. People magazine has just announced its sexiest man alive for 2020.
Colin Farrell.
Colin. No, it's not.
Who is it? Is it A, Michael B. Jordan, B, John Legend, C, Zac Efron?
Hang on, Michael Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Who's Michael B. Jordan?
His son.
He was in Black Panther. He's not his son.
He's not?
No.
Oh, I've been living under a...
It's not Michael A. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan. And then there's Michael C. Jordan. No, he's not his son.
Oh, they're not related?
No.
Fascinating.
No. I think that's why he has the B there. Because, I mean, he's got the B because he's like, I don't want to be mistaken for my not father.
Right.
Pretty sure they're not. Well, now I got to look that up.
Well,
it's Michael B. Jordan.
All right, we got like 30 seconds.
It's Michael B. Jordan.
That's correct.
Okay.
There you go. You get that point, too.
Okay. Question 8. What HBO show is coming out with 2 special episodes this winter? Is it A, The Undoing?
The West Wing.
B, Succession.
15 seconds.
C, Euphoria, or D, Westworld?
Oh, God. Westworld.
Sure.
It's Euphoria, and I'm so excited.
But it's also The West Wing coming out with a special show. That's
Well,
exciting.
they've done that already.
Have they done that already?
Yep.
Yeah.
Get with it, Ollie.
That is exciting. Yeah. One more.
I've never even heard of Euphoria. Next
right
one.
I don't
Okay.
even know. What are the points?
Which of the following celebrities has not announced that they've gotten COVID-19? Is it A, Khloe Kardashian, B, Neil Patrick Harris, C, Madonna, or D, Zooey Deschanel?
Has not?
Yes.
Zooey Deschanel.
Madonna.
It's Zooey Deschanel.
Hey!
Everyone else on that list has
Zooey!
gotten COVID-19.
Oh, good for them. What are the points?
I don't
Were we
know
keeping
at
track?
this
You
point.
won.
Yay! Happy Christmas to all. And to all a good trivia. Emily, thank you so much for coming up with the trivia for us every week. This is my favorite part of Friday mornings now. The PCPTP party. That's right. The Pop Culture Party Trivia Party. Party every Friday morning around 8:30. That's going to do it for Mornings at the Cabin for the week, for the day. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend playing in the snow. We'll talk to you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.